Identify. Knowledge is a kingdom. That's a metaphor. Okay, so we got that. There's a few things in there.
Illusion?
What's the illusion?
King, kingdom.
Possibly the illusion could be, it would be kind of a stretch here, but Shakespeare said all the world is a stage and all the men, the world is a stage and all the men and women merely players. So it's possibly alluding to some way of describing people the way Shakespeare was describing the world as a stage and all the men and women players. Here we're saying knowledge is a kingdom and all who learn are kings and queens. You see how they could be similar?
Yes.
So the illusion could be to the Shakespearean play, because remember, an illusion is a comparison to something that's like a story from the Bible or popular culture, a well-known event, a piece of literature like a Shakespearean play. So it could be, that could be illusion. But there's something else in here. Another device. What do you think? What else do you see in here that is repetitive? Yes. And what does that make?
Alliteration.
Alliteration. And I would throw the queens in here because the Q sounds like a K. So that's an alliteration as well. You might also say there's another one in there. There's another possibility in there. There's something else being compared that makes it something. It's attributing a certain characteristic to something. Personification, possibly a personification. And why would that be possibly personification?
Knowledge.
Because kingdoms are in the realm of human beings, and knowledge is an ideal or idea, and objects and ideas and things that are not human, that are given human characteristics of personification. This is chock full of them. That's an expression. If you think of how many times in a day we use idioms and you don't even know it, it's really interesting. Think of how many times you say something that's really an expression. It's not literal. What you're saying it's not the literal meaning you're making, it's something symbolic use of that term. Can I see you for a second?
Like just one, like only for a second.
So what did that make? An understatement. What else could that possibly be? You've heard it before, right? You've heard it a million times, haven't you?
Yes.
What did I just say?
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole, right. And so if you heard this kind of thing like before, it makes it a figure of speech. What's the term that we used or showed before? Something that's like a common figure of speech.